match.
All good.
They have a very strange way of loading up map intros to this, but they do have the coolest map intros for Copa America, I gotta say. They make mine feel very flimsy and like I drew them with crayons in comparison.
Damn.
But guys, welcome back. We got another best of 3, fresh and anew for you here in round 2 of Copa America. I'm Rifkin, joined today by Tempo, and spawning here in the top right corner of the map from the clan Rebirth, from the team Rebirth. It's gonna be the blue Terran player, Zilver.
Look at them. They're so in touch with one another. But,
one love, one family.
But you're gonna start singing the Bon Jovi.
Oh.
Anyway, his teammate spawning in the bottom left corner, also from the team Rebirth. It is the red Terran, Stone.
You know what you just made me think of though? Like if we're gonna go Bon Jovi, it's gotta be shot through the heart, and you're to blame, darling, you can't love. Copyright strikes.
Whoa. You're watching us, man. DMCA.
Yeah. But no, guys, this is very unique. It's kind of interesting. There's a lot of Terrans, there's a lot of Zergs, and very few Protoss, as we pointed out in the brackets. But rarely do we get a TVT.
Yeah, I mean, just in general.
Now, I will reassure everyone so they can feel comfortable knowing that Zilver is not in Silver League and Stone is not in Stone League. These guys are actually pretty well matched from each other going off of their league. So, I mean, coming into the series, it's really nice when you get a series. I mean, let's be honest. I love Marine King, nice guy, whatever, sure. Sorry that he didn't make it through. But that was a mismatched series. That was coming up against Grandmaster Jon Snow. It was going to be one-sided no matter how you look at it. But this one, I think, is going to be a little bit better to watch, a little bit closer to call, and I really like that Stone right off the bat is doing something a little bit abnormal, and that's hiding that second Rax. Yeah,
really cool play, of course, getting the gas as well. So we're going to see what double Reaper production here.
Probably. I mean, once upon a time, this was an automatic win through build order.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of Terran players are starting to figure out just the mechanics of Reapers, make sure you get the Marines in the right spot, pulling 5 SCVs if necessary. It's something that will and can spiral out of control very quickly, however. And if you don't deal with this early on, this will cause you a loss.
Snowballs. Yeah, I mean, it really will be depending on the control of the Reapers, too. Like, how... I wonder if these two players practice with each other.
But you know what? Zilver needs to know right away something's up. Not because he got trapped in the base and not because he doesn't see a factory, but because he sees it's still not an orbital. That 150 minerals, guys, that's the second Rax. The orbital coming down this late after the Rax signifies something else is out there. So whether he actually recognizes that or not...
Zilver hasn't made his orbital either, though. He went and put on a factory before he even did it.
Yeah, and I think that was a big part of his scout. Prioritizing the minerals in that factory means you get the Hellion out a little bit sooner. And if there's one thing that's going to deal with Reapers quite efficiently, it's a combination of Widow Mines and Hellions. One Marine, 2 Marines, and some SCVs. This will hold off the first one. But this effectiveness expires when 3 come.
Yeah, and that's going to be very soon. The second one is on the way, and 2 more are in production.
This is kind of an old school build. Like, I really haven't seen T-Rex Reaper in quite some time. I have no idea how efficient this will be, but actually goes right past...
Can't lose a Reaper, though. It's supposed to spiral out, you know?
It is a very snowball unit. But this is the thing. Because he skipped the Hellion, he's trying to get the Banshees out instead. And the Banshees are a fantastic response to this, but he's forgotten the Tech Lab on the factory. So, I mean, oh, man, this is going to be rough. Tech Lab comes down a little bit later. But still, 2 Reapers can easily deal with what's available on the field. And this Banshee is going to be so late. He doesn't need Cloak, guys, but it is so incredibly late to the party.
Oh my god, I don't think Zilver doesn't even have any units right now, and he's not... Okay, I guess he is producing a Marine.
But there's three Reapers now. Oh, he's got to be careful with this one, though. That control. He needs to borrow some of Marine King's micro.
I know, he needs to borrow it real quick here. And he's going to lead with the weakened ones. You do want to probably lead with the ones that have more HP.
He didn't focus the Marine for some weird reason and kind of run the SCVs now, but he should be okay with these 3. Banshee is going to be... Oh, he's got to transfer that over. Oh my goodness, he's filling so many minerals. He's too focused on the Reapers right now. Get that Banshee out, man, or you're going to lose this game.
Yeah, you're going to need to get it out really quickly here. This is scary. There's 3 Reapers out. One might fall, though. Continue Reaper production. Oh my god, how many workers have been killed, Riff?
I told of 10 so far, but that doesn't matter because this Banshee should have been out by now.
Yes.
I mean, the Tech Lab was late. The starport was just floating there for the longest time. All these are going down, and even if this gets cleaned up at this point, I kind of feel like Stone just wins the game. There's no income behind this.
Nope, we're only on one command center here, and he's lost all of his SCVs except for the 2 that are mining gas right now.
Yeah.
And
So I
the
mean,
Banshee is not even out yet.
The thing though, if we're gonna, let's be fair and criticize both players. Okay, so we know this is the mistake of the Banshee. Ha ha ha, it's late. But at the same time, Stone lost about 3 Reapers so far, and that's kind of unacceptable when you go for a Reaper opening like this. As you point out, it's supposed to snowball out of control. He should have won the game by now, but didn't. And now the Banshee is out and can start holding this off. But when you look at it, the guys, the bottom line is there's 3 supply, 4 supply.
GG. Yeah, he just lost too many, and it was, yeah, like you're saying, when you're focused on not dying, you have to also understand that, hey, wait, is this guy going to continue to make Reapers? I mean, I better get my defense up, because of course you're not mining when you do pull the SCVs, but yeah, like you're saying, the little things like switching the tech lab being late, and then also switching the starport a little bit too late as well. If the Banshee was, of course, out, it would have warded it away. Not allowed it, because there was a certain point, of course, when he really started losing SCVs, and that was a point where I'm sure Banshee could have been out.
Yeah,
or Hellion even, right?
There's a lot of what ifs of what could have gone better. I agree.
Yeah.
For
no
both,
way to like nitpick, of course, but yeah.
Well, I mean, for both sides, quite frankly. I mean, yeah, the defender could have played better, and yeah, the attacker could have played better. But I think the bottom line is, you know, game 1's over. We're gonna see how these guys bounce back, because if we're gonna be quite honest, guys, this borderline cheese coming out of Stone, it's a build that doesn't have to be all in. He made it all in, and it worked while it was all in. But that's also a build Zilver could have very easily held off. And I think one of the biggest things was if he had pumped out a Hellion instead of rushing to Banshees, that might not have spiraled as quickly either. Because the biggest weakness to the Marines in this instance, guys, you can't heal them. There's no repairing a Marine. But you can repair a Hellion all day. So it can soak the shots from the Reaper. It can take the damage.
You can repair and heal a Hellbat at the same time.
I didn't know that. Perhaps is there a rap out there that outlines it for me?
It is.
Oh. Gosh.
I taught a lot of people that, man. People are like, wow.
Yeah, SCVs and Hellbats are made for each other, dude. They can both be repaired at the same time. They both be healed at the same time.
Yeah.
It's pretty disgusting.
But what are we gonna go into game number 2 between these 2 players? TVT action. Yep. It was a little bit of a shorter game, of course, but
just wait for this tempo guy to get in the lobby. There we go.
Yeah, I just saw it.
I have to refresh. Are we gonna be doing this, Rifkin? Maybe if you get here.
Yeah, my bad. My bad.
That's all good, man. But guys, we're gonna be going to Deadwing, which I already love. I just love seeing the new maps, quite frankly.
Me too.
It's been so much of people just picking the old maps because it's what they're used to. It's what they're comfortable with. Who could blame them? But I love the new maps, and I love watching players struggle on the new maps.
Yep. Oh God, I have 100% win rate on this map, man.
Have you played one game on this map? Yeah, exactly.
I don't know what it is, but hey, what's that map? It could be Deadwing, but I don't think it is. The map where the third, it is this map, right? Where the thirds, like if you spawn cross and the you take your third, you can have a third literally right across from each other.
Yes.
Of your opponent.
Yes. That's
just that map.
Anyways.
I had a ZVC, man. It was the most awkward one, but yep, map intro. Soup.
Yep. Alright guys, welcome back to the action. We are in game number 2, Stone versus Zilver, but 2 Rebirth players more importantly. And team kill is never fun, but it's absolutely necessary in this instance as only one of these players can advance through today and play in Copa America Season 2. Spawning here in the top left corner of the map, the red Terran player from Rebirth. I give you Stone.
Whoa, and his opponent in the bottom left corner, also from Rebirth, it is the blue Terran, Zilver.
Alright, so guys, there's 3 streams available for this. There's a Brazilian stream, Spanish stream, and of course us, the English stream. You can find all of them listed on Team Liquid. You can also find them all listed in the Reddit thread, whatever is your particular flavor of website. If you want to see other matches that are going on, you'll have to just check the other websites, because we're not giving a schedule or anything. We're just kind of told what to cast. But as we were hopping into the lobby, Tempo brought up a good point, and that was about the third base location. Deadwing being a newer map, often vetoed by most. You guys may not have had a chance to see this yet. So if we zoom out real quick and look over, the first thing I'll point out to you, Tempo, Zombie Grub ruined this for me, so I'm going to ruin it for you.
No. Okay.
You see the circle at that natural? That little glowy circle?
Yep.
That's actually not centered around where your command center or expansion would go down. It's off by 1 grid point. It's really irritating.
Wow. Hey, but does creep cover it?
Yeah, so I guess you get that going for you. But the third down here is what Tempo was talking about, guys. And if you remember back to a couple seasons ago when we had Yonsu in the map pool, I kind of feel this is a map that reflects that base situation where you could take a third over here behind the rocks, and that's what always happened on Yonsu. This is where every race would expand to. No one would take that further away base, which is basically this base here, because one of the biggest problems presented with it isn't the fact that you spawn a crossover from this base or anything like that, but it's the fact that you could abuse low ground for combination Colossus, siege tanks, just use the terrain to your advantage is the bottom line.
Yeah, your mineral line is pretty exposed right there. It was such a funny. I was trying to actually do it with like some Hydras, but I don't know if the Hydras have that range to get it. But I was doing something there where he expanded there and I expanded right across from him, and it was a very awkward ZVZ to put it that way, I guess.
Yeah. Fun note too, guys. They recently changed the map, so you may have seen some cool stuff go down. Ooh, we'll talk about that in a sec. Reaper getting a little bit hot. But these little platforms in the middle of the map, sadly, have had blockers added to them, so you can no longer unload Marines on top of this, no longer unload siege tanks on top of it. As a Terran player, that makes you a little bit salty because it made for some really cool things, but it was absolutely overpowered, so I understand the necessity to remove it.
Yeah.
But do you know about the secret Reaper cliff on this one, Tempo?
I don't. I remember you mentioning it, but I actually don't know where it is.
Okay, we'll see if it's utilized. You can't really see it. It's right here. Like, if you spin a little bit, you can kind of see it. Oh, wait, did they remove it? Hang on. Or is this
a different version of the map, maybe?
Maybe, unless they removed it from the actual, in the updates. Because there was an update not too long ago.
Post?
Yeah, I actually don't see it, so I'll have to go back and look. But there was a cliff right here, guys, where Reapers could hop up and down as well. So you gotta either go zip, zip, or just straight down. So kind of interesting.
Wait, is it that, I don't know. What about this one here? Like, there's I totally just lost it. Never mind.
No, I see where you're going with that, but that's not
right
the
here.
case.
It doesn't work there with that the 2 green circles.
Wait.
Right by the south part.
Oh, you got it. Yeah, sorry. So they moved it, is what they did.
Okay.
I also had the wrong camera, so that's why I thought you were crazy. But so they moved it a little bit. That's interesting.
Yeah.
So how that really affects the game. Nice eyes though, Tempo. I mean, Jesus, man.
I know.
I was looking like right at it. I missed it.
I was like, got it. But yeah, well, at least in this game though, what are we seeing here? If we got excuse me, a more tech-oriented opener here from Stone with these Cloak Banshees, it seems.
Oh god, please tell me I haven't had the production tab off this whole time.
The
production value. I thought I had the production tab off for a while. But okay, so here's one of the things. It's Raven, not a Banshee. This is kind of interesting because Stone was anticipating Ravens from his opponents. Or for Banshees from his opponent. But I think that's an absolutely horrible read because you look at what Stone's seen right now, and he saw Reactor come down on the barracks. And to me, that screams 1-1-1. That doesn't scream Banshee. So a bit of a misread in this scenario might cost him. The Hellions are going to fight the Hellions with the Reaper. Okay, so it's going to be a little bit awkward for the fight. As he spreads out, Zilver's definitely going to take this fight. And as the Marines get on top of this too, this is going to snowball very quickly, guys. Because Rebirth... He's got nothing, or sorry, not Reaper. Stone has nothing behind this. A Raven's coming out with maybe an auto turret, but an auto turret does not stop this many Marines, especially with a medevac.
Yeah, I mean, what else is he gonna have? That's pretty much it. He has 2 Hellions, which are gonna be crucial if they are able to take these Hellions out from Zilver.
That's a good
Very
snipe,
nice from the
though.
high ground.
Yeah, that's a good start to the defense, but already haven't been driven back with this command center. Zilver did a lot of damage here, guys. And when last game, you know, I was a little bit worried. I didn't know how good versus bad this guy was. We didn't get a good representation because of that snowball effect from the Reapers. But I'm liking his game style. I like his playing. I like this attack.
Yeah, me too. I'm glad that he didn't completely go home. But you got to be careful there. He's trying to split for the Hellions, but
I see that's all army together. He's got to be so careful. That Raven is so expensive. You can't lose it this early.
Yeah.
There's the auto turret.
It looks like Stone getting a bit more confident now, moving on in for the kill, taking his expansion again, secures it. So. We're looking at Oh no, Zilver hasn't taken his base yet. He's just not finishing, so maybe he didn't get as much damage as he did want to.
Well, I
As
mean,
he's down.
yeah, he's down. He's got an SUV lead though. That's the difference, right?
SUV
So-
lead for sure. Yep.
But here's something a little bit annoying about this overlay, guys. And I promise you, I've been rallying really hardcore to get us a different overlay to be used for Copa America, but they refuse to do it so far. But on this overlay, you can't see it, but an auto turret is building armor, and it's got a lot of armor base too. That's why that becomes so efficient versus just Marines on that push. It's as you guys saw, it took a lot of hits because the other mechanic of an auto turret that a lot of people aren't aware of is it's got this really like high aggro, almost like if you play World of Warcraft, this thing almost taunts units around. Like if you move an Ultralisk into 50 Marauders or one auto turret, it will attack the auto turret every single time.
Oh wow. Yeah. It's really nice little move there if you know that. Then now you do know if you're a Terran player. Or if you're a Zerg player moving Ultralisk into...
Well, no, you don't see a lot of Raven play, but it is a very important mechanic to know about the auto turret because it also affects tank fire. You know, you don't want to waste a volley of that when there's 10 Marines pushing into one tank type thing. But scanning ahead here, I think Stone's going to feel pretty good about this push. The Banshee is a really big component about this, but more importantly, there's the Viking. So there's not going to be any sort of zoning mechanics here. The Marines aren't going to have the medevac. If they stay in too close, the Banshee can just kind of micro around them. And there's actually enough energy for one Seeker missile here.
Oh my god, yeah, and like everything clumped up. He's gonna go for the tank instead, though. It doesn't one-shot a tank, I don't believe, though.
No, you need
but he
two.
can come in with the Banshee.
Yeah, the Banshee will finish the job. As that gets taken out, this gives way for the Hellions to get in here. Hellions absolutely counter Marines, guys. But the SCV pull is good, necessary, and good.
Yeah, the great part about it is that it does take that.
Oh, the Raven! No, the Raven! No, the Raven! Don't let the Raven! 10 HP!
Whoa, drops an auto turret and says, I'm out of here.
Yeah, as we can see, it takes quite a few. But I like this boost forward. He's going to try and chase this down. And he should be able to kill the Raven. This is devastating now for Stone. That was a decent attack, but... Oh, man, the dedication to that.
Yeah, I was afraid for Zilver for a little bit. I thought that his Marines were pretty clumped up, and there was a point where it was actually pretty dicey, but he was able to hold it back, and now he's able to go ahead and drop if he wants to. He can get a bit aggressive if he wants.
Yeah, I mean, if you just look at the unit counting station, guys, disregarding upgrades for a moment, it's 15 Marines to 5, 1 tank to 1. There you go. That's math. Do the math. Someone's got more than the other.
I think somebody has more, yeah, and I think it's the blue guy. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure, but...
He's also got stim, which is a really big deal. We take a look at Stone's base, guys. He's got a couple tanks. That's wonderful and all, but his stim is a good 2.5 minutes away.
Yeah, Stone doesn't have it at all. He's on the way, but he's also opting to get his combat shield at the same time, so... Yeah, it'll be a timing if he's going for one, but I mean, there's a point in time
I think
that before that he's very vulnerable to.
Look where my camera is right now. If he sieges up in the low ground and unloads Marines on the high ground, it's going to be an almost impossible drop to break.
Oh yeah, you're right, man. And it's right on the his production, at least his barracks, at least.
And most importantly, it's far away from where the siege tanks currently are sieged here for Stone.
Hero medevac, but he's gonna pay for it with his life.
Oh, this is not a loss he can afford to take. Not right now.
Yeah. Does scout it though, so he's able to at least try, but like you're saying, tank on the low ground, even one in the main.
He just doesn't have a lot of units to break this, and there's no stim. That's the biggest deal. Marines without stim are
this is gonna be ugly.
Yeah, they're the most lackluster things in the game. Marines without stim doesn't stand a chance. The tanks shred him to bits. Another unload here in the main. Trying to reposition here with his own tank, but there's a Marauder waiting for him. He's gonna go chase this, or not.
I don't know, man. This tank is gonna be the hero here.
I don't love that he's trying to chill with the barracks, though. I mean, this is a mistake. He should have charged in and picked off that stim. If he had picked off that stim, he pretty much automatically wins this game. But instead takes an army value fighting stim, which isn't terrible, but not going to win him the game. Trying to load directly on top of the siege tanks. There's too many Marines here waiting. These units come out one at a time. They get blown to bits. The tanks go down. The Marines are disappearing, and the medevacs die. This is pretty much going to hell in a handbasket.
This has to be GG here, and looks like Zilver getting to the stage of the game.
I don't think it's necessarily GG, but Stone is going to just not win this game.
Tons of damage, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact is that he's lost a few SCVs trying to defend it here. He's at 28 to the 56, and the third base is already mining here for Zilver, so he's gonna, if he doesn't kill Stone here, he's gonna have a great transition into whatever he wants to do next.
Yeah, I mean, the reason he's not tapping out, guys, isn't BM. He's got a great defensive location to the point where Zilver's not gonna push in and win, but Stone has lost too much. I've had the unit counting station, not the production tabs. You guys can see specifically. Still 24 Marines to 8, 3 tanks to 5, whatever. That doesn't matter. It's 61 SCVs to 28. That's what this comes down to the bottom line for Stone, who's also lost his buildings. He can't produce as fast or as much. slowly chipping away at the orbital command center. It's going to force more SCVs to stop mining and repair. It just gets worse and worse.
It's just, it's not really looking good here for Stone. I mean, yeah, he's going to be able to hold on just a bit, but this army's still here. And that's not even his full army.
Yeah, he's recognized that there might be an opening over here, and there certainly is. One tank is not going to stop this stim force.
Yeah.
Let's not forget Zilver's also got upgrades too. So both players are starting to even up on tech, but it's just a numbers game.
It is for sure. +1 carapace, +1 armor is going to be finishing for Zilver right now. And, you know, these Vikings will be able to maybe get a medevac full of units, but not quite. Whew. Well, the stranglehold has been a little bit eased off. But, I mean, here comes, like, the big, you know, punch. It's just a big, yeah, Terran ball going in. Zilver doesn't give a damn. He's going to go in, get a bunch of SCV kills here. And, oh, this command center is even going to go down, Rifkin. And before the siege... I don't even know, man.
He's gonna siege, and he might just barely hold this off. I don't think so, but the thing is, it doesn't matter. The command center went down. He's not gonna hold this. There's too many Marines. Although he does stim it back away for some strange reason, but that is absolutely the game at this point. And Zilver
not gonna help you here.
You know what? He gets revenge. This is game 2, guys. So we'll be going to game 3 between these two players, and this was, I gotta say, really well handled by Zilver. I mean, quite frankly, after the way game 1 went. Well, I'm giving compliments. He loses a medevac full of units, but still, after the way game 1 went, he's definitely gotten his revenge. There's no question about it.
Yeah, for those that are just not tuning in, it was a big double Rax Reaper on Overgrowth, where he lost all of his SCVs really early. So,
I love this. He's still trying to stay in the game, though. Double command centers.
He's solid as stone. He's not gonna just blow in the wind.
Solid as stone. But his opponent is stone cold because Zilver is just gonna keep the contain on. He might be going for 2 command centers, but what are you gonna do with this? You're not expanding. I guarantee you, he's not going anywhere with those command centers.
Not at all. Gonna lose a siege tank, perhaps. Oh, so close. And there it is. He just doesn't have the income to keep up with Zilver here. As more, look at this blue stream of Terran units coming across the map.
Yeah.
High ground will not save you here when you don't have the unit count, and yeah, I think we're gonna have to see a GG from Stone here. You know, that first push, of course, wasn't the killing blow, but it was the one that crippled him. And now, the series is tied 1-1, Rifkin.
Yeah, very nicely played there by Zilver. I really, you know, when you see someone you've never seen play before get cheesed in game 1, you never can really take a good measure of whether they're good or bad at StarCraft 2. But I was definitely impressed with the way he handled that. A lot of this, like, it wasn't the fact that he won, guys, that made me impressed. I want to emphasize this. It was the decision making he took along the way. There was a lot of things that could have gotten better, of course, but still, not too bad.
Yeah.
And Tempo, you know what rhymes with decked?
What?
Wrecked.
Wrecked.
Yeah,
so yeah, like you're saying, though, revenge. They're both teammates once again. To let everybody know, from Team Rebirth, having some friendly banter in the beginning stages of the game both times, but Stone wasn't too happy. I mean, yeah, Zilver wasn't too happy, of course, at the beginning.
Yeah.
But it was all friendly.
Well, third map's gonna be a bit of a classic map. So while the lobby's not hosted yet, we are going back to King Sejong Station.
All right.
So that could have also been a situation again where maybe there's a little bit of discomfort, a little bit uneasy feelings because you're
new map.
Yeah.
Well, this is another map that has a little bit of a Reaper cliff on the other side of the main.
I kind of, you know, I've been talking with Zombie Grub a lot about this lately, though. I think that cliff is more of a detriment than an aid to Terran players, because if you have to go out that cliff to go all the way around and in through the other entrance, it takes you like almost a full minute just to get around the base. It wastes a lot of time. Yeah.
And it's funny, too. You can do some funny AI stuff, I think, if you put like a building there and they keep trying to click over and the Reaper will just go to the main, I think, because of the building block.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. Weird stuff has happened. But guys, we're hopping to the map interest for King Sejong, and we'll see you here in just a moment. God, these intros are so long. It always makes me so paranoid about like when we start playing them, because as you guys can see, it takes a full minute after loading for them to wrap up. But they are fantastic to look at, so at least it's not a waste of time. But speeding through the brackets here pretty quickly tonight, guys. Just want to give a big shout out to both Jarpy and Suppy, who are in their qualifying match right now. One shall stand and one shall fall. Yeah.
Oh God, hot damn, Rifkin. Suppy just going in. He did have a really nice weekend already. He's all about the StarCrafts, the Tafarkrats, man.
Oh man, Tempo, you're bringing it back old school. All right, well, we'll keep our inside jokes aside for the time being, guys. Spawning here in the top left corner of the map, now in the series evened up 1-1. It's the red Terran player from Stone, or from Rebirth rather, Stone.
And his opponent spawning in the bottom right corner, also from Rebirth, tying it up. Last game, it is the blue Terran, Zilver. And he loves you.
Oh, I think he loves Stone.
I think he does as well.
Maybe
but I'm sure he loves
Emma
you too.
Stone. That would make a lot of sense.
Could be Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Okay, that would be a little bit weirder to love, but still I could understand. It's one of those scary love things, right? It's like, if he comes up to you, muscles all flexed, he's like, "Do you love me?" And you're like,
say yes.
"Yeah." You're not gonna say no. You're like, "Oh, just don't hurt me, please." Yes.
Yeah. Hey, whose birthday is it?
Is that what that means?
Feliz cumpleaños. Yep.
All I know is like Feliz Navidad.
Feliz Navidad. Looks like it's Stone's birthday, so happy birthday to Stone.
Nice. Stone gonna make this day his own. Know what I'm saying?
Oh, Willie.
Okay, so we got to bring hammering away at these plates here real quick. I mean, this is just absolutely fantastic. The DPS is unstoppable, and I don't know if these plates stand much of a chance. They are dipping into the yellow so much that they're starting to look a little bit like they're starting to bleed out. This other Marine looking to enjoy the fight, but a little bit AFK. He's got to get this involved before it's too late. There we go. Now get involved in the fight. The plate's going down even quicker. Down to 170 health. Is he going to get this tempo? It's going to be close, because right now we're getting to the red. It's going to be. Can he save it? I think the plates are going to go down. And
Great start to this game. Absolutely insanity. Oh my god.
Good start. I mean, that's a clean kill right there is what that is.
They didn't even lose any HP than the Marines. They did it flawlessly.
Alright, we actually do see a very important thing happen though. While those Marines were distracted with the plates, a Reaper gets into the base. Now, it's actually not going to kill anything if done correctly. For those who don't know, you can actually out-repair the DPS of a Reaper. And what's even more fantastic, if they choose to shoot a mule, okay, repair mechanics, by the way, guys, for those who don't know, they work off of a basis of a percentage of the cost of the original unit. So if it's 50 minerals, it'll cost less to repair than a battlecruiser, which costs 400 minerals. If you have to repair a mule, it's free and doesn't cost you a damn thing. It's actually really hilarious watching players go for the Reaper focus on a mule and just having somebody repair it, because you're like, ha ha.
I did not know that. As far as a mule one, that's pretty sick. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, it's the same for auto turrets too. But Reaper's gonna get denied. Happy birthday, Stone! However, Zilver did get a very important scout with that before dying. He saw the starport in the tech lab swapping over, so he knows Banshees are most likely on the way. Starts his own starport and should be able to get a Viking out in time. But to be really safe, of course, with a second command center, hopefully he saves the scan. You could drop mules like crazy, but safe than sorry. In fact, an engineering bay can be up at the same time, so maybe even just a turret. Yeah.
So you should be able to get up a turret or two. I wonder if he will put down that turret at the nap already.
Turrets?
Although he hasn't transferred there.
Yeah, sometimes turrets and spore crawlers are the most frustrating thing in the game, though, because you put it in the middle, and the Banshee will just hang out to the far right and snipe off with that hold position. Like, I'm sure you've experienced that before. We've all seen it before at some point, too. And Stone's having a little too much fun over there.
I know. Party hard.
It's like his 50 family members saying, "Happy birthday," all at the same time through, like, email and whatnot.
He's getting a lot of those, maybe some Skype calls from relatives around the world as well.
From fine ladies who happen to be in his area.
Fine ladies,
Singles that want to chat. You know, it's funny. I started using AdBlock, and a lot less people are in my area and want to chat with me ever since I did. It's it's a bummer. I don't know what the disconnect there is, but
I don't get it either. It's...
Oh, these What Mines need to borrow right now. Who think I'm gonna get Hellions?
Oh no, be careful there. What Mine is gonna try and put the Banshee.
He's gonna go for the Banshee. Focus by the Banshee. Focus by the Banshee. Well, Banshee still takes splash damage. So.
Yeah. That Banshee has cloak, I believe.
No. He actually neglected going for cloak. So.
All right.
Kind of an interesting point there.
Going for the raw deeps, doesn't care about detection or anything.
Yeah,
Since you have detection, good for you, buddy.
It's just usually if you go for like a second Banshee or third Banshee, you'll have the cloak, and that's why you go for it. One Banshee's some great DPS. Two Banshees is better, but it's very susceptible to Vikings, and we do have one on the way.
Oh my god, it's just like the Destructible Rock battle. He's had practice already, so that supply depot may go down.
That training dummy earlier paid off in great respect. But this is a big deal because, Temple, if you recall in game number 1, Zilver was hardcore supply block for a long time in that game. Same instance going to happen once again. As he loses the second depot, he's not going to be able to replenish his army as he loses it.
He has to pull an SCV. Well, not anymore, but that depot will go down supply blocking him once more.
Pretty hardcore. Wicked hardcore.
Hardcore. Oh, and he's going to get the mine on the way down. Doesn't lose all those Marines to that shot.
Banshee is going to have to find that sweet spot, though. Goes for the turret. That's not an A move you want to make. Too late. Banshee goes down. SCV's still panicking nonetheless. They all, like, every single one came off mining and repaired a turret that had, like, 10 damage on it.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Going crazy.
This is a little bit scary for Stone now, guys. You know, he had momentum, he had potential in that push.
And he's going to lose all these Marines. What does he have for defense at home? Gonna get a bunker. But he's not going to be taking his natural anytime soon, it seems.
Yeah, sorry for the coughing, guys. Still a little bit sick here. People are like, have you been sick forever? I'm like, yeah, but I also sleep like 3 hours a night because I cast 24/7, so it doesn't.
I know.
Doesn't give me time to get better. But the big thing about this Viking, guys, it's gonna give him the high ground vision he needs. There's nothing that Stone can do to zone this out. Although that liftoff was a bad move. This medevac's halfway dead. This is a really ballsy choice to make. If he focuses the fire down the medevac, he might get it before all the Marines get out. However, down shoots the Marines instead. SCVs are going to be pulled into the mix. If he fights away from the cliff, he can hold this defensively.
He needs to go to the cliff. He needs to go so that his Hellions can participate. There's a lot of potential SCV kills here, even if he were able to.
Lag.
It's a bit of lag.
One worker died in that mess, so actually not too bad of a hold.
Not bad at all. Looking at the.
You know, when you said the Hellions need to participate, though, the first thing I thought of was like, you know, when you're playing Little League and you get those trophies at the end of the season, win or lose, and they're like made of plastic but painted gold. It's like, here's your participation trophy. Thanks for playing next season.
They gave everybody it, yeah.
It's like those Hellions.
Yeah, I played like T-ball, I think it was, and they did give everybody a trophy.
No, it's just like A for effort, you know.
Pretty much.
But this Banshee, you know, the first one really didn't get a lot done. This one's gonna do much better.
This turret is not done yet. And, it doesn't even matter for the turret for detection. It's mainly just to get it up for the actual attack.
Well, I think at this point, too, even if the Banshee goes down, he's gotten his money worth out of this with 13 kills, and most of those are SCVs. Does go down, 8 kills in total, so not too bad. The overall worker count more or less even now. Zilver did have a pretty significant lead before because his command center was down much sooner.
Yeah. So, look at that. 4 mule. Look at that. I'm just saving it all up, getting them all mined. He's going to get a really big surge in economy for a bit, but doesn't have the production quite yet to match it. But, I mean, what is going to be going on in the world of Stone here? I mean, he's going to... he's getting his expansion up. He's down a few workers. And he seems like he's just going to be going, what, like Biotank, perhaps, with medevacs as well.
So, the spikes thing, I brought this up real quick, guys. You can see my FPS. I'm not doing it to show off. Like, ooh, 70 FPS. How cool am I? But there's a third option down here called spikes. And if everybody's lagging, everybody gets spikes. So, the fact that he's talking about spikes, chances are it means he's just lagging, and that kind of sucks.
Mm-hmm. But we did see that it did say,
oh, jeez, my graphics card is hot.
Really?
Look at the AC on. It's like 54 Celsius.
Yeah. Dude, man, gotta get them sick visuals for the viewers, of course.
Right? And if I blue screen in the process, damn
it's worth.
Yeah, value.
Hope that didn't happen, though. Never a good thing, of course. If,
well, we're seeing something here that's really important. We're seeing a macro game out of both players.
I know. First game, yeah, was kind of crazy. Second game was sort of a macro game. It's just that, you know, Zilver got a really nice advantage and was able to seal the deal after, but yeah.
I think the definition of macro game versus all-in really comes into, is there a third command center or not?
Yep.
And it did take a little bit of time, but both players do have their extra CCs coming. They're going to be able to expand off of this. And I don't love the Marauder incorporation right now to Zilver. A big reason, guys, why you see more of a similar composition to Stone when you watch players like Hero Marine, like Joxy, like Tasia in these matchups, is because the Marauders are just expensive wastes of units. They don't hit for hard versus Marines. They're fantastic against Hellbats, especially with Concussive Shell, and that's when you use them. But you never bust tanks with Marauders. You do it with good positioning and great engagement. Something like right here, where you just stim forward, snipe off the medevac, get that tank. He's going to demolish the other tank. Oh,
Hot
Stone.
damn, Rifkin. That is a position you never want to be caught in. And
Happy
at the
birthday.
expense- Happy birthday, Stone.
What
Feliz
a gift.
cumpleaños. Well played. That sucks, of course, as a Terran player when you get caught out of position. And yeah, he's gonna lose a big chunk of his army. Didn't lose. Were there any tanks? Yeah, there were. Oh, he lost like 2 or 3 tanks there, didn't he?
Yeah,
too?
that's what makes that really devastating. But this is kind of what I was talking about, guys. Like, you've got Marauders involved. You get 1 or 2, okay, this is a misclick. Maybe it's nice to have as a buffer, but Marine DPS, if they catch tanks unsieged, is just unmatched. And you got to consider, for each Marauder, that's 2 Marines, that's a quarter of a tank with gas. I mean, it's not fun to deal with. But Zilver is going out for a drop behind this. Going to try and sneak this in. Production from Stone should be able to hold this, but oh, what is going on for Stone? He takes such a good engagement that runs into a tank tempo.
I saw that. I don't know what he was doing. Maybe he thought that he was in position to be able to snipe the tank.
I think he thought the rocks were down. That's my only guess. Like, yo, we got the high from killing that plates earlier. Just he's like,
it's
yo,
ridiculous.
yeah. Oh, but Zilver now throwing tanks away to Stone. Both players making some mistakes, but the drop of the main goes off, starting to pick up a lot of SCVs. But as stated before, the production should clean this up, and Stone is not going to be too scared about this.
Not at all. Both players are on that 1-1 with 2-2 on the way here for Zilver, though.
Kill this Marine! Do not let this Marine kill SCVs. He's got 2 kills on. He's going to kill the turret, too. Yo. Thank you.
Man. That is Rambo right there. Oh, I thought he was going to get away, but he didn't.
Oh, it's going to burn. It's going to burn. Ellie Goulding. Burn, burn, burn.
Uh-oh, but yeah, he loses the turret there, and I don't even know if there's a Banshee still here. I don't believe so.
He needs to lift this. Why is he not lifting this?
He's gonna lose the command center, Rifkin, if he doesn't. Yeah, okay.
Do you even lift, bro?
Do you even lift?
Okay, so he keeps command center alive, but a big drop of the main goes off while this is happening. Double medevacs unloading like crazy, as if Zilver wasn't in enough trouble as is. He'll be able to clean this up. He's trying to focus the command center, going full on Bolt style with this. He's trying to get the base snipe, and I think he just might.
Oh, down goes the command center, bringing him down to 2.
That's, well, barely 2. It's more like 1 right now, honestly. He's just mining off of 1 base.
Oh my god, and 3 bases are mining here for Stone already. His income is great. His production, he's doing very well. He's spending all of his money here.
Zilver has to rely on Stone making a terrible engagement to really come back in this game, because his army is still fantastic. And this is kind of what I'm talking about, splitting his forces in 2, catches the one on the left side, gets to the tank, spreads out, will get the second tank as well. Maybe the medevacs for his trouble. Okay, 1 medevac gets alive. He let that one lift him, but he's like, you tell everybody else what you saw here today.
Exactly, and he is gonna go tell it.
I mean, I still feel like Stone's in a pretty good spot. But now he's got to worry about this all-in attack out of Zilver, because Zilver has no choice but to make this.
But he's gonna turn back, and I don't. Yeah, okay, perfect. I believe. Oh no, he's gonna go back.
I was gonna get the tanks actually. There's nothing left guarding him. He scans this. This is what I look for this. So this is what I'm talking about. Stone's starting to make the mistakes. I mean, he leaves his army unguarded for just a second. Loses the medevac, loses those tanks, and now Stone's only got the presence of like 6 Marines and 1 medevac on the side of the field.
I was gonna say, yeah, he's on 3 bases, but he's not mining. Like he only has 41 SCVs. Stone does. So yeah, he has 3 command centers, and maybe the mules are good and all, but it's really not that big of a worker difference.
I think in a defender's advantage scenario, kind of like what's happening right now, Stone should be able to hold.
Big drop the third of Zilver here. He might even lose his command center as his army is across
the
map.
Please no, please no. God, no, don't lose the command center. You need this.
He can't lose his command center. If he loses this, is
oh, that medevac!
Wow.
Oh, I'm having so many heart attacks this game, Tempo. This isn't even like, oh my god, that engagement was so perfect. I'm like dying over here. But it's like just so many what the hell type moments going on. This Stone gonna be driven off once again from his own third. Well, not once again, but for the first time. Sorry, I was busy thinking about his opponent. But command center goes down, and Zilver's starting to make it come back.
I think he might. He's on equal army supply. He has actually a 5 army supply lead here.
Hang on though. This is really important. His medevac's dry, and he is overstimmed. Yeah. All of a sudden now, if he tries to engage into the tanks, all his army gets one shot.
Oh, don't do it. Don't.
Double drops though out of Stone. I don't know where these guys find these units. They always pull them out of their asses, but huge drop going down in the main. Zilver's production is going to get compromised, but he finds a good spot to siege up here around the production. Downside is, as pointed out, so overstimmed. He actually can't afford to drop right now. If he does, everything that pops out of the medevac is focused down immediately. Yeah, as we see, not even a chance.
Oh, but the production is being camped here. Stone camping the production of Zilver.
Oh, dropping the third.
Wrong.
The last few CVs going down. Highlander! Oh! Freedom and honor!
He's gonna lose all of his SCVs.
They can take our SCVs, but they'll never take our freedom! No,
Oh
this
my-
is over at this point. Stone just won this game, guys, because the amount of time it'll take Zilver to kill his base, even if it comes down to a base race, Stone's got this.
Yeah, I think he's perfectly fine. This is really not that scary anymore at his,
It's the siege tanks in the main that hold this.
Yep. If he moves one wrong step, he's gonna lose all of his army. All it takes is those siege tanks hitting, Oh,
Marine, go, burn these buildings down.
wow. Well, it looks like Stone is gonna have to, no, Zilver's gonna call the GG. Well played, good luck, a nice birthday present here for Stone as he does advance.
You know, here's the thing though, that's really nice. It is sometimes sad to have a team kill, but sometimes nice too, because you guarantee one of your teammates moves forward.
Yeah. Still be salty though. I'll be like, you know what? I want it to
PJ
be-
Salt? PJ Salt? Everyone in chat right now, PJ Salt.
PJ
Capital P,
Salt.
capital J, capital S, PJ Salt. One word.